Welcome back to One on One with Dupe. I'm Rick DuPree, your host, and you're listening to Rainier Valley Radio. And again, so pleased to have Sonics legend Slick Watts as our guest. Before the break, talking a little bit about his career leading up to the Sonics, and we're talking a little bit about that first camp. But you mentioned John Brisker, and I don't know how many fans remember John Brisker. I remember the dude, and two things I remember about him. Number one, the man could put the ball in the hole; he could score. But secondly, people feared John Brisker. They didn't want to mess with John Brisker.
Well, you know, John had a way about him that was mild and sweet, but once he did his teeth together, you had a tendency to stand back, get out the way, and give him his space, because you didn't ever know when he's going, And I had a dog named Chico, and Chico was like that. He was the sweetest dog in the world. But when he got mad, even me as his owner, I got out of his way. And that's the way John was. I loved him. He used to show me how to get money from the bank and take me places and get my car detailed. And he used to like to hang with me because he told me I had a lot of heart, But when my heart got in his way, I had to let my heart go. Because one day he slapped me real hard. And I apologized.
For him slapping you? Yeah. Sorry I made you slap me, Mr. Briscoe.
I'm serious. I apologize. I told him I'm sorry. I blocked his shot, and he hit me. I said, man, I'm sorry. I saw them eyes.
Yeah, you knew.
And then he came over and hugged me and told me he's sorry. But if I'd have went off like I was going to do something, you wouldn't be talking to me today.
Well, Jason Jing's story in the Times, he talked about, now who was it that Brisker hit and knocked out 4 teeth?
Big boy Joby Wright. That was my rookie year. That's what, like Spencer Haywood say, we all had a respect for him, but we had a solid sense of fear. Yeah, because Brisker, and he could play. He could fill it up, but he had that personality like, I didn't know where it came from, and the stories about Idi Amin and from shooting him to one of his friends. They cut one of his friends' head off, and John went off on him. He got shot. So many stories. Yeah. And like I told him the other day in the paper, I believe he's somewhere on some beach, sitting back with a cigar, laughing and kicking back. John was a survivor too. Yeah. But who knows? It's a sad because we all remember how great an athlete he was. And I brought up LeBron James because he was big and strong. And when he got ready to go a direction, I don't care if you played him there, he was going. Yeah. And he put the wood on you while he dribbled it. And you felt it. Yeah. And I see James did that the other day. Guy cut him off, but he
it doesn't matter.
Look, he just kept
Man, 6'8", 250, 260.
He said, I'm pushing you on down.
Yeah, he's going where he's going.
And plus, he's going fast.
Yeah, no doubt. Slick Watts, Sonics legend, our guest here on One on One with Dupe. And Slick, I want to, before we kind of shift gears and talk a little bit about the Sonics, getting a team back and some of today's game. The season, I think it was a 75-76 season, or 74-75. 70, okay, where you led the league. I was doing a little bit of research. Not only did you lead the league in average assists and average steals per game, but total assists, total steals per game. And you talked about kind of developing a toughness you had to have. I mean, talk about that season and just, what did that mean to you to have that kind of season?
Well, that was Richard, that was a great season for me individually, but, more than anything, that was a season that actually got me traded in a way because that was money season. I was trying to get that contract. I wanted to try to get them 100,000. Get off that 43. Look, get off that teacher's pay I was making. And so I worked hard during the summer, and I got prepared, and I got confidence in my game. And I averaged 13 points a game, and most of them came in the last quarter. So that's when I see little Isaiah Thomas getting down in the last quarter. Oh, yeah. I got a smile. I said, I used to get 12 and 13. They say he led the league with 10. So Fred would shoot all the time and Spencer, but last quarter I was putting it in there. So I had a great year that year. Led the league in steals, assists, averaged 13-point game, made All-Pro that year, and made a mistake. I walked in and asked Bill Russell for 100,000. He say, Boy, it took me 10 years to make $100,000. If you don't get out here, I'm gonna see you to Haiti. He would say, look, he didn't say New Orleans. I'm gonna send you to Haiti.
Yeah, send you out the league.
Yeah, send you out the league.
Oh,
And so I thought, it was a great year for me, but it was a year that they realized I wasn't no joke. I could do more than just get out there and steal the ball. And I went on a road trip, and I averaged like 26 punts a game in 9 games. And I was rolling, and we won 12 of them games. And I was cooking. And I came back, and I remember the article. Bill Russell says, Slick Watt's headband is too big. I thought I was going to come back to something nice, and he put on there, Slick Watt's headband too big.
Oh, my goodness.
So, but I was dealing with a different type of character. I was dealing with a man with unbelievable reaction about his own personal achievements. A man who had won 12 championships. So I can understand why he's tripping.
Yeah.
Because some of these guys win 1 or 2 and they're that way. So I can understand why he was out. He was out in left field a lot. Mm-hmm. But he deserved to be out there. He had 13 or 12 raids. He used to say, boy, see these hands? I don't have enough hands for these raids. He used to tell me that every day. Yeah. So, man, that was a great year for me. But it was a year that I'll never forget. And they can't take that year from me because it's written in stone. And there's a Hall of Famer, John Stockton, and Chris Paul. We're going to be a Hall of Famer. They didn't let me stay around to be a Hall of Famer, but I created that stat.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't take Obama being the first black president. You can't take me that I'm the first.
Yeah, that's right.
Assist and steal.
Yes, sir.
So that's the way I look at it. You can't take it if you're the first.
Yeah.
It might be something better, but it ain't gonna be never be the first.
Yeah. Our guest is Sonics legend Slick Watts here on Rainier Valley Radio, and Slick, interesting you talk about that great season, but one of the things that stuck out with me, and I know this about you because I know, let me kind of explain it for the listeners, is that when I worked for the Sonics, part of my role was community and getting the players out, but we worked with the legends, and you were one of the few guys that were here in town, but one of the things, and I told you this before, the biggest compliment in my mind was everywhere we went, people loved you. People respected you. They appreciated you. You didn't come out with some big ego, and you made the experience fun. Whether we went to a golf tournament, whether it was a dinner, whatever the event was, and you were beloved. And literally, man, I tell you, and you know this because I used to call, used to love, but I mean, it was like. You were the guy I was going to call. I mean, for a couple of reasons. Number one, I knew you were going to be there, and I knew you were going to deliver, and I knew you were going to be friendly, and people were going to love you. And so I say all that to say this because I doing the research in '76, you won the Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award for outstanding community service, and that's something that has been, it seems, instilled in you, just that respect for other people and not letting that like Russell said, that headband, not having too big a head.
Yeah. But Richard, you said it all. I can just repeat it, but it's all about the word human being, human being, and nobody want to be spit on, nobody want to be rejected, because I don't. So why, if I got the feeling, why should I want to put that same feeling on another human being? And that's where I roll, and that's why I tell my grandbaby, all humans are beautiful, all people are beautiful, everybody's just different, but we all beautiful. And I like Don said in the paper, I guess it might have had something to do when I first got hit and lost my hair in my head, and I had to go through a process of being accepted and being teased and going in the arena and people throwing bananas and apples at me and everything. And I had to learn how to swallow all that and be humble and just swallow it. And that's when I learned to shoot so well when I was in high school, because I was the freak show. So I had to come out and deliver. I mean, folks want to say, who's this ball who's going to come see me? And sometimes I hit 20 in a row. And then when the game was over, they'd be touching me. See, was I real?
Yeah.
But then when I got glory behind that, I took it to a level of appreciation, people. And that's what I do with my kids at school. I tell them all, we all great, and my biggest belief is that as great as Bill Russell or great as Will Chamberlain or Michael Jordan, any names, or Ali, they all was made by us. You know, I mean, imagine Ali boxing and nobody hollered, Ali,
Right.
Ali. Because I remember hollering, crying, watching the brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, we made him. You know, we gave him a stage to be great. And that's the way it is for sports, you know, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You know, and in my heart, I always appreciate that. And, you know, they buy about more than Michael's tennis, and they might buy LeBron more shoes, and they might buy Slick Watt shoes. But I tell every kid, you are the most important person in the world. Now, if you want to include Michael as your second most important, that's up to you. But you know what I'm saying, Richard?
Yeah, that's great advice.
And that's where I give them, and I believe this in my heart. And it ain't cocky. You got to believe that. And that what takes you on. That what makes you want to live. That what makes you want to survive.
Yeah.
Because I don't know nobody in this world would say, hey, Slick, will you give up your life and let Michael Jordan live more days than you? Hell no. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all about your heart, your individual, and treating everybody with respect. And that's what I always did, man. And it pays off. I still see people older than you. Slick, I remember you picked me up on my shoulder, man, and you took me to this place. And, you know, you went to my school birthday party, and you played 1 on 12. I get that all the time. And now it's really good at 65 or 66, and you're a 45, 47-year-old man telling you his favorite.
Yeah.
You know, so I get that a lot. And you know, you can't put a dollar on that.
Yeah.
Because it keeps me trucking.
Yeah.
Keeps me feeling good about myself, and what a good feeling.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
We all got to feel good about itself.
Yeah.
What makes us eat right, sleep right, do everything.
I appreciate that about you, though. I mean, your humble spirit, but again, and I think you hit the nail on the head. You talked about respect of your fellow human beings, and that's so important.
Yeah.
And again, comes across, and I think that's what I can remember as we would go out to appearances. What I think would really strike people is how friendly, how approachable you are. And, you know, that says a lot, man.
And we make each other, man. We make each other. I really believe that in my heart. We make each other, you know. Yeah. And I got another old philosopher I tell my grandbaby. I say, what would Jesus do? I always tease him. He played Jesus in his Easter church thing.
Oh yeah.
And when he got messing up, I said, "Now you getting away from Jesus," you know, because he played that role.
Yeah.
In his church. There. That was kind of cute. I said, "Now you getting away from Jesus. What would Jesus do?" Yeah. Okay, Papa, I forgive. I said, "Well, you don't supposed to be angry. You're supposed to smile, and it'll work itself out."
Yeah.
You know.
That's great. Donald Slick Watts, Sonics a legend, our guest here. You're listening to Rainier Valley Radio. This is One on One with Dupe. I'm Rick DuPree, your host. And Slick, we're going to shift gears a little bit. I have a segment that we call Dupe's Hot Seat.
Okay.
And so basically what happens is I'm gonna rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Don't take time to think about it. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? Okay. And you come up with an answer. Okay.
Be careful with that.
All right. Yeah. Remember now we all there. We gotta keep it clean. Okay. All right. So I'll give you. I know some of these, but okay. Mercedes or Cadillac?
Mercedes.
Oh yeah. Hard top or drop top?
Drop top.
Yeah, I know that. Golf or tennis? I don't know this one.
Golf.
Golf
now.
Now, okay. Would have been tennis back in the day. Yeah. Okay.
That's still a close one. Golf and I still love both of those.
Yeah.
But I go golf with 65.
Yeah.
And getting away from the wife.
Pacific Northwest or deep down south?
Pacific Northwest.
Okay, wait. We got to talk about that because
Pacific Northwest. I got it.
That heat and then
I got it. I love it up here though. This is God's country.
Yeah. Okay. Motown sound, jazz or blues?
I got to go with Motown.
Yeah, that's our era, man.
I got to go with Motown. I got to go with Smokey.
Yeah, the Temps. And
Luther.
Yes, sir.
Dance with my father.
Okay. Well, with that, what's your favorite either musical group or musician or singer of all time?
Well, I'm gonna break the rule on this. I'm gonna have to go with Smokey and Luther.
Okay.
I gotta go with both of them. They both made me cry, but I hate Smokey because he's responsible for too many of my kids. Shh, don't say that.
Yeah, keep that quiet now. Keep that quiet. All right. A movie or a book?
Movie.
Okay. With that said, what's your favorite movie? Or among the favorites?
Crazy movie, Billy Bob Sling Blade.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Bill Thorne. Yeah.
Love you, boy. I love that boy.
Oh my goodness! You're listening to One-on-One with Dupe. This is Slick Watson. He's on Dupe's hot seat. Okay, what was the first car that you ever purchased?
1967 Dodge.
Oh, okay.
In college, black leather, 67 Dodge. Thought it was a Rolls Royce.
Brand new or used?
Oh, it was used.
It was used, okay.
But it was brand new for me.
Yeah. All right. The very first brand new car you bought?
Seattle Supersonics, major team.
Yeah.
A nice, beautiful Volkswagen.
Okay. All right. So the last one, now I'm going to get you in trouble here. The female celebrity that would get you in trouble with your wife.
Who she played Catwoman.
Halle Berry?
Halle Berry.
I was going to say Eartha Kitt. No. Either one of their day. Yeah.
With my age now, Eartha Kitt.
You're listening to One-on-One with Dupe. My guest is Sonics legend Slick Watson. Slick, let's shift gears and talk about, I know you have been very active in trying to be a part of getting a team back here. Talk about just the importance of having a team here, and then also for fans. I mean, will we ever get a team back? I mean, sometimes you're like, oh man, it's done. We're never going to get a team.
Well, you know, Richard, you know this better than I do. We need it. It's good for the community. It's good for the season. It's like summer, winter, fall, different 4 seasons. We need the team because of the seasons. Baseball, football, basketball. We need it. Soccer's just coming big too, but
yeah.
You got to have basketball. And this time of year, whether fans mad or not, we watching.
Oh yeah.
It's playoff time. Your hands get cold. Even my hands still get cold, and I ain't played in 40 years.
Yeah.
But this time of year, I see the game. My fingernails be getting cold.
Yeah.
My blood be running. My hands cold because it's time to play. And it's something that, like I said, it's great for the community. It keep bringing us together, and I'm a little partial, I agree, but unlike football and baseball, basketball, we can look at each other in the eyes. Halftime, we can go down and have a pop together and talk and look up and see your friends. That little 20,000, we together.
Yeah.
Football, 70,000, 80,000 once a week, and it's not as personal. It's more. It's a rough fan, and don't get me wrong out there. I love football fans.
Yeah, you got a lot of Seahawks fans.
Yeah. I love football fans, but it's a different type of fan. That basketball is real personal, and I know the Seahawks is the only fan that can make the scores different, but basketball fans across the country can have the outcome of a game. Really about really getting into it.
Yeah.
And I know Isaiah Thomas said that the other day. Tomorrow, his fans gonna really have to get into it to get into it in Cleveland because that boy, that big old animal, LeBron James, he ain't got no pressure on him right now, so he playing loose.
Yeah.
He's shooting his 3. So I just think we just need it. It's a part of this community. It makes us grow, not only for the finance, but it's just good for the kids in the community to grow up and say this is a major city.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle is not Rolling Fork, Mississippi.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, ain't got no but cotton fields. This place need football, baseball, basketball. Need it all.
Yeah. Well, when you look at 40 plus years, and then the team left, which we speak of 40 years, and thinking back on the 40th year anniversary, a couple of honors. One bestowed upon you being on that
part of that
Legends team, which I think says a lot for I think you were here 4.5 years,
right?
But for the fans, for the community,
right.
For the franchise, the impact that you have had as a player, and then and now beyond in this community speaks volumes for you. So congratulations on
Thank
that.
Rick. I sure appreciate that, and I appreciate being part of it. But I'll often tell people, other than Coach Wickens, I think there's no one in this history of this organization have been to most speaking engagements, free speaking engagements, by the way, than Slick Watts. So in a way, I think I deserve it because I always gave back. You know, I always gave back. You gave me steak and potatoes, I'll be there. And don't throw no pecan pie in the drink. I come twice.
Well, you know, we get a team back, and then we have a little appearance for you.
Yeah, right on.
We get back like the old
that's good. But you don't tell her all truth, Rick. You know, sometimes I just call you. Hey, Rick, you got something to do?
We had a good time. We had a good time.
Rick, if they don't want it now, Rick, let me have it.
Yeah.
Father used to tell me, he say, Gatsby, I'm gonna let everybody go with you because I was, you know, when Wiley first started this, he would just send us little royalties, and we didn't go.
Right.
But then when the guys get ready to go, they wouldn't show up. He said, well, I gotta stop doing this. He said, Gatsby, I'm just gonna handle with you because I can depend on you.
Right. Well, that was the thing. Yeah. So I mean, that was the thing. I always looked at you and welcomed your calls. I know you welcomed mine, and that's how we really got to know each other and started really spending time.
But I enjoyed the people, though. You know, it was always fun. It's still I don't get paid or nothing, but I still enjoy going out, man, and talking and eating and laughing and meeting people and people telling me, say, you taught my kid when he was 5 years old, and now they 45, and then they got kids, and now I taught some of them. Me and my son, we train kids that we train their dads, you know, how to play, you know. So it's a good feeling for them to come up and kind of remember that, and they always lie to me, though. They always tell me I look like I'm 30. And then I tell them, I say, y'all tell me I look old at 30, do you?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. You look far younger than your age. And so that's a good thing. But, you know, they say black don't crack. So, you know, so what can we say? You know, that's how we got it.
That's my wife tell me all the time. You know, they can't see. And they just saying you looked old when you was 20.
Well, you know, the thing that helps us, you know, we shave. And,
that helps a lot.
You don't see the gray.
You see Kareem and Michael and Charles.
Yeah.
They all come on the boat.
Yeah. They know. You started the trend, you know, the shaved head and the tilted headband, you know. Our guest is Sonics legend Slick Watts here on Rainier Valley Radio. And Slick, we got a few more minutes left, but I want to talk a little bit about today's NBA and today's player. And I think the first thing I want to ask you is, this year you had all of this talk about the MVP and what constitutes an MVP. You had Westbrook, who just had an incredible season, averaging a triple double, but you know, there are also, you know, some reports saying, well, you know, the team kind of fed him, things, let him get rebounds. But I mean, I think the end of the day is this: the man can play, and to get a triple double and the average, that's an incredible accomplishment.
Well, you know, he had some bad things saying about him because they said his team was so bad he had to be that good. Mm-hmm. But you know, he's an animal. He can play. I pity if he was LeBron James size.
Oh, good.
They would have to move him out of the country.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fair.
No, it wouldn't be fair because he'd be killing people just stepping on them. But he's a great talent. I like the boy from San Antonio.
Yeah, Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, because he's real smooth. You got to remind me of my boy Donald a little bit. Mm-hmm. Real smooth. He's a quiet stone, and I like that about him. He don't need the ball in his hand as much as Westbrook does.
Right.
But if I had to pick the MVP, I would have to go out of the three. You know, James, Westbrook, and Kawhi, the boy from San Antonio. Mm-hmm. You know, your boy from Houston. I saw him turning back defense and say, "Go." I'm not checking you. I mean, I saw him just say, I didn't see you.
Yeah. Well,
he played.
Yeah, and the thing is that with Harden and people were talking about that last game in particular, where did he give up? And my thing is this, I think as an athlete, and then you can speak to this, is it like anything, you have good days, you have bad days, and when you have a bad day, then people start questioning your effort. Your did you quit? Did you give up?
It's a bad day to have it on that last game.
Yeah, it is.
In the playoff, I remember I wasn't even a shooter, and I remember my last Western Conference Finals game I played, I got 28 because I went down fighting, and that's the last time Rick Barry and them beat me, and they won the 1974 championship after they left us. And I was trying to take it to them, and a few of my teammates kind of did that. Jim Harden kind of tucked the tail that game because we was at Golden State. But so sometimes you can be great, but you picked a bad time to be bad.
Yeah.
Like what did you do for me lately?
Right,
type of thing. But he's a great player, and like I say, Westbrook is tough, and I'm not gonna leave Little fella out. I give Little fella a lot of props.
Steph Curry.
Steph and the other little fella, left-hand fella, Isaiah.
Yeah.
I mean, Isaiah is
season, yeah.
You know, I know he had it with his sister and everybody fell in love with him, but you know, he's a monster.
He's a warrior.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's a
he
monster,
get out there,
man.
back down, can get the.
Hey, he got something to get 58 in Rainier Beach in the summer league.
Yeah.
And then he turn around and get 53 throwing the pros like it ain't nothing
I
to do.
know. I'm like,
it was a harder 58 than Rainier Beach.
Yeah.
I mean, serious.
That boy.
That you know, he can climb your chest and if you don't double him, he you know.
Oh, he gonna make you pay.
Yeah, and so
he gonna split you. He gonna get to the rack.
Yeah, but Cleveland doing a good job of when they pick him up, they spread. And they say, ain't no little funny stuff.
Yeah.
Because they know you take that funny stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the big 7-footer on him the other day. And that he looked like he just swapped.
Right, yeah.
But he let him by.
Yeah.
You know, so, but, yeah, it's about 6 guys. I could close my eyes and say MVP because you can't leave Isaiah Thomas out the rack. They won the East.
Yeah.
You know, and he led to NBA in last quarter scoring. That's big.
That is, yeah.
And that's big. And he don't have the flowers blooming around him like a lot of the players have.
Yeah.
You know, he don't have no Kyrie Irving dancing. You know, Kyrie can dance.
Oh yeah.
He play the old man's game. He can dance.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the game is fun now. I'm not a hater. So a lot of the old guys say, well, Steph Curry do this if he put the wood on him, and they do this because they don't let them hand check, but the ball still got to go in the hole.
Yeah. Our guest has been Donald Slickwatt, Sonics legend, here on One-on-One with Dupe. And Slick, we could sit here and talk for hours. but I want to say thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come down here and just give us a chance to get to know you a little bit better and hear some of the stories from the old days. So all the best to you. Continue impacting the young people and your family, your son, your grandbaby.
Okay. Well, Rick, you got to promise you got to have my son on because he say, Dad, you ain't talking enough about our training program. So I said, that's your thing to do. I'm going to tell Rick to make sure I have that.
Oh, yeah. We definitely we'll have Donald on.
It's definitely a pleasure, man. It's always good to see you. And like I say, every time I see you, the first thing happening to me is a big old smile.
It's always a pleasure. Donald Slickwatt, Sonics legend, has been our guest here on One-on-One with Dupe. Hope you've enjoyed the show. You're listening to Rainier Valley Radio. And also make sure to tune in for our other sports shows, Lit Line with